So you're all very welcome to our midweek exhale. My name's Marie and I'm one half of the Exhale Awakening, and unfortunately the other half of the Exhale Awakening isn't here this evening. We were both in Cardiff yesterday and her train was delayed, so she's just not home. So yeah, you've got to do with just me this evening, and I'm not in my usual corner either. I'm in Glastonbury. So yeah, lots of things going on. But we're here for our midweek pause. We're here for the Exhale Awakening, midweek exhale. And for anybody who hasn't been before, it's really a time for you to switch off and to rest. And we have one rule, and the one rule is that you are comfortable. Above all else, that you're comfortable. So you can maybe begin to make yourself comfortable as I finish explaining what's happening. So our breath work will be in 4 stages. Each stage will begin with birdsong and will finish with silence. And we use birdsong and silence because it's medicine. Birdsong and silence are both medicine. The birdsong both bring you into your parasympathetic nervous system. The birdsong improves your mood, and the silence actually allows you to grow new neural pathways. So between the birdsong and the silence, we're going to do 4 different breaths this evening. We're going to start with breath awareness. In our community, for anybody who's in our community, we're focusing on the extended exhale this week. So our second breath is going to be an extended exhale. Our third breath then is going to be another form of an extended exhale, which is a sip, sip, sigh breath. We've done it before for people who come regularly. And then we're going to finish with some coherence breathing. So we always begin and end with awareness and coherence breathing. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So let's get ourselves comfortable and we will get started. You can do this seated or lying down. If you're seated, please make sure that your head and neck are supported. And if you're lying down, make sure the pillow or whatever you have under your head isn't too high, because it'll impede the breath as you breathe in and breathe out. And feel free to keep your camera on or put your camera off. Whatever, comfort is the priority here. So make sure whatever way you are, you're comfortable. Okay, let me start my music. Okay, so just get yourself really comfortable. And begin to become aware of just how you're showing up today. Everybody shows up with all sorts of things, depending on what kind of a day they had. And everything's welcome here. So first of all, bring your awareness into your body. And just notice how you feel in your body today. Maybe there's areas of tension or tightness, even pain. Maybe there's tingling or lightness, and just notice those things without feeling the need to analyze them or to get carried away judging them, or just notice them. Sometimes just by noticing things begin to change, and notice that as well. And now bring your attention to your mind and notice what's there. Maybe it's busy and there's lots of thoughts buzzing about, and maybe it's quiet. And again, without feeling the need to analyze or judge, just noticing what's there. And thoughts will come and go, so maybe try not to get carried away on thoughts. Just let them pass through. And now bring your attention to the emotions, to how you feel. Maybe there are big emotions and maybe there aren't. Maybe it's hard to find the emotions. Maybe you just feel okay, and that's welcome too. And now allowing all of those things to soften. They don't have to disappear, just allowing them to soften slightly and bringing your attention to your breath. And again, without feeling the need to change or to judge, just notice what your breath's doing in this moment. Where do you feel your breath? How do you know you're breathing? Can you hear it? Can you feel parts of your body moving? If you had to describe your breath, how would you describe it? And maybe you're finding it hard to focus on your breath, knowing that there's plenty time. And noticing the inhale and the exhale. And maybe noticing that point where the inhale becomes the exhale, and where the exhale becomes the inhale. Is there a pause? We're into the last minute, so maybe seeing, can you put a little bit more of your focus on your breath for the last minute? And as the music begins to fade, getting ready to enter the silence for the first time this evening. And as the bird song brings the silence to a close, just reflecting on that silence. Maybe it felt really long. Maybe it didn't feel long enough at all. And either is absolutely perfect. And for our second breath, we are going to do an extended exhale. And an extended exhale is just as it sounds. It's when we make the exhale longer than the inhale. And you can do that with counting. So maybe inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 6, or inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 4, or inhaling for 5, and whatever feels right for you in this moment. Just making sure that that exhale is longer than the inhale. But you don't have to count. You can just do it by feeling. So inhaling and then keeping the exhale slow and long. And maybe in this segment, experimenting with both. I find sometimes that I like to begin with the counting because it focuses me. And then letting the counting go and just going on the feel of the breath. And when we do an extended exhale, we're bringing the body into the parasympathetic nervous system. We're telling it that we're safe. And if it's available to you this evening, breathing in and out through your nose, or breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. But keeping the exhale controlled and slow so that it's longer than the inhale. And finding your own rhythm, finding your own comfort. There's no prizes for extra long exhales. Keeping your breath soft and gentle. And not forcing or pushing. Breathing in gently and breathing out slowly. And not pushing on the exhale. Just allowing it to gently and slowly flow out. And maybe you're finding that you're making the exhale too long and it's beginning to feel uncomfortable. And if it is, then adjust it. Maybe noticing the effect, if any, that's having on your body. And again, checking in, do you need to adjust the length of that exhale? And again, we're in the last minute, so really focusing on lengthening that exhale. Just after your next exhale, letting go of any control of the breath and allowing your breath to come back to its natural rhythm as we enter the silence again. And again, before we move on, just reflecting on that silence. Maybe it was the same as the first silence. Maybe it was completely different. And for our third breath in this sequence, we're going to do a sigh breath. So maybe you want to do a sip, sip, sigh, where you breathe in twice. So you're breathing in through your nose, and then you're breathing in through your nose again, and then you're letting it go. Or maybe you don't want to do the two. Maybe you just want to breathe in gently through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. Again, keeping the exhale slow and long. Maybe experimenting with it. How does it feel just to breathe in once and then sigh? And how does it feel to do the 2 sips before you sigh? But again, keeping that sigh long and slow, and maybe giving voice to it, or maybe not. Whatever feels right for you. So maybe you'll just sigh out without any sound. Or maybe you want to put sound in it, or maybe a bit of both. Go in gently through your nose and then sigh it out through your mouth. And sometimes as we're sighing it out, we feel that release. We feel that release of tension or of whatever it is that we're carrying that's heavy. Still keeping the inhale and the exhale gentle. Breathing in, maybe breathing in again, and then sighing it out. Maybe feeling into, do you want to change it? So if your inhale has been in 2 sips, maybe you want to change it to just 1. Or if it has been in 1, maybe you want to change it to 2. And noticing how the change feels. Maybe you've been giving voice to your sigh. Maybe you want to change that to doing it like a whisper. Or maybe it has been like a whisper and you want to give it some voice. Making that sigh long and deep. And maybe noticing some release as you sigh it out. Maybe 2 more deep breaths with sighs. And after your next sigh, just allowing your breath to come back to its natural rhythm as we enter the silence again. And as the bird song begins again, taking a few moments to reflect on that silence. Maybe they're beginning to feel longer. Maybe they're beginning to feel shorter. And for our final breath style, we're going to do coherence breathing. And coherence breathing is when we balance the inhale and the exhale. So we make the inhale and the exhale the same length. And as we balance our breath, we balance our whole system. We bring harmony and balance into our whole body. And there are a couple of ways you can do this. Again, you can count. So you can breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 3 and breathe out for 3. Or breathe in for 5 or 6 and breathe out for the same number. You can use your fingers. So you can touch each finger to your thumb as you're counting. And I find that grounds me into my body when I do that. Or you can allow your body to do what it knows how to do. And you can just do it by feel. So just allow your body to balance your breathing. And maybe again, you want to start with counting and then move into allowing your body. But we're going to do 2 breaths together to begin with. So at the bottom of your next exhale, just pause. And we're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And maybe continuing in that rhythm, or maybe finding your own rhythm. Again, breathing gently in and out through your nose if that's possible. And settling into your own rhythm. And if you find your mind drifting, just gently bringing it back. Maybe taking a moment to notice, is the length of your inhale and your exhale still okay? Maybe it's begun to feel a little bit long, in which case you can shorten it. Or equally, maybe it's begun to feel a little bit short. And you can experiment with just lengthening it a little. But not forcing the breath at all. And softly inhaling, softly exhaling. And as the music begins to fade, maybe taking the breath pattern into the silence, or maybe letting it go and taking your natural breath pattern into the silence. And as the bird song brings the silence to a close, reflecting on that silence and reflecting on the whole session, and maybe noticing what's changed since we began, if anything. And now, beginning to think about coming back into the room. So maybe you want to move your body gently. Maybe your fingers, your toes, your shoulders, your neck, but just feeling what needs to be moved right now. And being gentle, being very gentle. And maybe if your eyes are closed, gently opening them and looking around the room. And noticing things that are familiar. And if you're lying, beginning to think about getting up. Maybe turning onto one side and pausing there. And then gently getting up. And thinking about joining us back in the Zoom room. And as you begin to come back, I'm going to, as usual, draw your attention to the links that are in the chat. The first link's for our community, where the recording will go. We also now have a section in our community for people who are doing business and who want to work with the cycles of nature. And we have a section for teachers. They're both free sections, but you need to join them if you're interested. Our next Anchoring the Exhale is on Friday, the 28th of November, Friday week at 7 p.m. And the ticket link's in the chat. And the next Deeper Exhale is Sunday, the 14th of December at 6 p.m. and the link's in the chat. And there is a tea and business coaching program beginning on the 20th of November. And if you want to have a look at the free introduction, the recording, the link to the recordings in the chat, and our final link is, as always, our directory link. So yeah, if you enjoyed this evening and you want to leave a review, we love getting reviews. And if you're watching on the recording, those links are possibly down below. So thank you for being here. Thank you for breathing with us. And I'm going to switch off the recording and I'm going to open the room for shares.